Good morning. How is everyone? Hopefully, you're doing better than my family. As I start to cough, I actually am not sick. I might be one of half. Okay, I'm trying to count in my head and it's not working. Most of us are sick. We've been sick for way too long. Let me make sure real quick that I am live in all the places I like to be live, just to make sure, things are working as they should on this dreary Tuesday. Anybody have anything exciting? I've got the chat. Oh, 2 people are already watching, so I'm live somewhere. That's nice. Does anybody else dream of doing something you have no time for? Is it just me? I'm looking at my tabs that I have open here, and it's always the same. It's like, oh, I totally want to do that. I'm never going to have time for that. That's why I've never bought a sewing machine with an embroidery function. First, my kids have never really been ones to wear a lot of embroidered stuff. Wow. Now I have a tickle cough and I have a child yelling for me in the other room. So we're really batting 1,000 on this Tuesday. Okay, it looks like I was live on Facebook. Let's hope. Nothing's loading, which might also be a function of kids being at home with me. There I am. Yay, and I'm smiling. And there's Laura telling me that I'm live. Okay, good. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so as I've mentioned, I have 3 kids home with me today. My husband took yesterday off because I was driving 2 other kids around. It's an adventure here at the Pierce household, not gonna lie. We have been sick, man. I think Kellen first stayed home on Wednesday, and he's been home ever since. And I sent him to school today only to have the nurse call me at 8:30, so he'd been at school for less than an hour, and he threw up, which is not what he was homesick for. Something totally new and different. There's no real symptoms other than a fever. It's just been a kind of a crazy week. The twins stayed home starting on Friday, and we were all sick. Not me, but the kids were all sick through the weekend. Stella stayed home Friday too. And I have Stella and Madeline, one of the twins, home with me still today, along with Kellen. So there's a 99% chance somebody's going to walk through that door and want to say hey, or cry, or yell, or ask me for something. This might be a very quick Tipsy Tuesday. I'm really kind of bummed because I never make plans for anything. I dream of making plans. But when I do, something always seems to pop up and get my way, and this is a perfect example. This is Madeline. Madeline's going to be going to the doctor here in just a little bit. Let me go on this side because this is the microphone. Can you say hi? Or no?
Hi.
The camera's up there.
Hi.
Poor baby. Her fever broke, and then it came back along with a croupy cough. So we're going to the doctor right after this. But last week, you want to go back to the... Okay. Can you close the door? Thanks. Last week, I bought tickets for Jumanji. You can make judgments about it not being kid-friendly. But my family loves it. It's we all really, really enjoyed the last one with The Rock and Jack Black. And the theater near my house does $5 Tuesdays. Well, with a family my size, we hardly ever go to the movies. And I was like, oh, this will be perfect. We're going to go see it. And then it wasn't playing on Christmas Eve because of the new Star Wars. So I was like, we'll just go on a weekday. It'll be a great surprise. It'll be great. Yay. And here I am with, sick kids at home. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to make it or I just blew that money or we're going to have to split forces or what. But anyway, that's my excitement. Other than that, I was helping with a service project at my older daughter's school, my oldest, 2 oldest, whatever. They were making scarves, and unfortunately, I did not send them the free scarf tutorial in time because I didn't know this was happening. And the teacher contacted me and asked if I would sew a straight stitch. I did. It was more than just a straight stitch, but it was really nice to help. It's going to be lovely. The kids are going to cut the fringe, but I immediately sent her our free scarf tutorial because it's no-sew. And I actually prepped one. I have one on my cutting table back there for Madeline whenever she feels better. I've had that for almost a month. and I just now prepped it. So, we're batting 1,000 over here. Last week's winner of the $50 Amazon gift card, I'm never going to pronounce this right, and my sincerest apologies. I can spell a lot of things. I can't pronounce anything. My family will tell you really embarrassing stories. But I have Antonella Rossellis. You are the winner of the $50 gift certificate to Amazon. Laura will be contacting you so that we can get you squared away. Ooh, I'm going to check. Somebody says I should be able to switch oh, but it's a $5 Tuesday deal. You know what? I'll go up there. It doesn't hurt to ask. This week, I'm going to give away a $75 gift certificate to Amazon because it's the season and I like giving stuff away. And you know what? All you have to do to participate is tell me something. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just tell me something you want. That's fine. It's not Christmas specific. But tell me what you're asking for this year. I'll show you what I'm asking for, but I'm not really because I'm getting a new basement. I know. Somebody says you'll get to make plans, but you'll have to wait about 20 years. I believe it. I do believe it. Let me show you this. I'll move my comments. So you guys know that I have a heat press, and I really like HTV. But we've been to a couple of meets and soccer tournaments, and we see these printed out, like logos for the tournament or whatever. And this is how they do it. It's a sublimation printer. So you have to have a standalone printer for this. But I'm really surprised. Now, this is not the one, I'm not working any meets, first off. I got too many kids for that. But I do make quite a few gifts for, teams, for my kids' teams and whatnot. Or, coaches' gifts or teachers' gifts or whatever. And I would really like to try this. Because I have so much time for a new hobby, right? But I actually think that I could use the same cut files, but this would give me more freedom of color, and I wouldn't have to layer HTV. I wouldn't have to deal with it shrinking or anything like this. I already have. You still use your same heat transfer, but it's just, something new and different. So that's on my wish list. I'll probably, actually ask for it for my birthday because it's pricey, and yeah, we made a deal not to do gifts this year because we're getting a new basement. Yay! We actually also have a couple of trips coming up next summer, and so, I'm being an adult about it. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about this week. I think if I stand up, oh no, perfect. So this is a Nancy Raglan that I added a kangaroo pocket to. You can take the kangaroo pocket from the halftime hoodie. At one point, we even talked about having a blog post. I honestly cannot remember whether or not I ever posted that blog post. So actually, I'll make a note. I'll check. I am way behind on show notes and blog posts myself because I've mentally checked out, but more on that in a minute. Anyway, this is the Nancy Raglan. The only difference is I did a crossover hood because I just can't leave well enough alone. So people frequently ask, what's the difference between the Nancy Raglan and the Annabeth? What's the ease difference? So this is a French terry called Nala, and I'm not going to tell you which store it's from because I always tell you the wrong one, and then I feel really guilty. And it's old. It was a pre-order a long time ago. But it's really pretty, and I made the twins matching halftime hoodies out of the same fabric, and it was super cute. Okay, so this is Nala, and I'm going to step off screen so you can see all my junk behind me. Actually, what I'll show you while I'm stepping off screen, do you see that gigantic pile right there? I'll move that out of the way. Look at that. That's my pile of patterns. All right. So, in order to show you the ease difference, I don't know if you can actually hear me. I have a tank top on, so I'm not flashing you. This is my Annabeth in the same size. So it's a size small. Get my hair up. Same sleeves. I've got more room. And this is also French terry. So sincerely, Riley. Thank you, Rochelle. This is got color blocking, but it's still, a raglan. But you can tell I have a lot more room through here. It's not like the halftime hoodie, which unfortunately I don't have here with me because I wear it all the time. But it still has quite a bit of room. All right. So what do you think? This is Annabeth that has the pocket. I have 2 Annabeths in the stack to cut out. Anyway, I thought that'd be interesting. We seem to get asked a lot. People assume that it's the same. I'm going to switch back to my Nancy Raglan. Sorry for... I thought that might be helpful. How about? The French Terry works with Nancy Raglan. I prefer the Nancy Raglan and a little brush poly maybe. All right, there we go. Magic. So maybe that was helpful. I don't know. You never know. Somebody got a new computerized sewing machine. I have a sewing machine on my list too. I'm not gonna lie. That's my problem. I have a lot of expensive things on my list. Like a sewing machine. There's something else that's just as expensive that's on my list and now I've forgotten. Oh, a large format printer. Wouldn't that be glorious? That would be glorious. Oh, all somebody wants is all Brandy wants is a Nancy Raglan with a kangaroo pocket. That's kind of nice. All right, so hopefully that's helpful for somebody. Both work in French Terry. This is definitely more fitted. I'm wearing the same tank top underneath, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Don't forget to enter our $75 gift certificate giveaway. It's for Amazon. By telling me what you want this holiday season. We have seen a lot of posts in the 5 out of 4 Facebook group for Frosties, Pennies, Mollies. Rochelle even made herself a cute pair of flamingo Mollies. Wine bags. I can't tell you how exciting it is when we work super hard on a free tutorial and then we see people make it. It feels really nice. I'm not gonna lie. We've seen a couple of the fleece scarves. Like I said before, I have one prepped and another one I'm going to prep this afternoon for my oldest. They're great gifts. For me, I am working on this pile right here of holiday pajamas for the kids, a present for my sister, 2 pipers, and a partridge in a pear tree. I have a lot. Actually, it's between 10 and 15 items, and I started to write down what I have. I have 2 Annabeth 5 penny sets. One of them has a versatility pant because my 11-year-old prefers that. 1 Molly pajama set, 2 Piper dresses, 2 more versatility pants, and that's all I could remember. I'm sure that I'll find something else in there. I have enough sweater fabric to where I wanted to do a lot more weekenders. My 11-year-old, my 13-year-old, and I love the weekender right now and all these fancy sweater knits. Let's see what else I have going on here. Last week I forgot to share my Christmas books that we were talking about that my family likes. I don't think I shared this one before. I shared a different one. So this one is called Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree by Robert Barry. I don't remember where we found this or why. So I think I told you before, and again, I forgot last week. It's just super cute. And it's all about, like, only using what you need and, like, chopping off the top, and then somebody else gets it and uses that portion. My kids love it. We like these, like, they're not super mainstream books. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I just live in a cave. But the baby bear takes it and says, oh, I have a present for you. And then she cuts off the top. And the fox. See? It's super cute. I love it. Anyway, so that's one. And then another one, this one shows you my family's true colors. This one had a very beautiful dust jacket. We can't have nice things. This is called The Mitten by Jan Brett. We have quite a few Jan Brett books because her artwork is amazing. And the stories are just really nice. This is about a little boy has a mitten and it falls out of his jacket, and then the rabbit finds it and fits in there, and then tons of other animals fit in there, and my kids just think it's so funny. And like I said, it's beautiful. I love looking at picture books with beautiful drawings. Sometimes it's really inspiring too. Like, I just love it. Look at all those animals in there, and then somebody sneezes. That's what happens. Anyway, it's super cute. Those are 2 of our favorites. I have one slated for next week, so I really hope I don't forget. I'm not a crier, If you know me, you know that about me. And I cry every stinking time I read the book that I have next week. So why am I recommending it to you? Because it is like the sweetest holiday Christmas book ever. It is. It's the sweetest book ever. So that's on the thing for next week. So don't let me forget, okay? We have one of the fabrics that I cut out that hopefully I'll find time to sew up is this super cute, let's see if we can get that in focus, hedgehog print. I found this at Purple Seamstress. I use Purple Seamstress a lot for my salas. She sends out, I don't have one easily accessible, unfortunately, but she's actually going to be a sponsor in the new year. But I'm just showing this because it is a hysterical Christmas print or holiday print. There's nothing really Christmassy about it. I mean, whatever. But my oldest happens to love hedgehogs. And so, no, hedgehogs have nothing to do with the holidays. But she saw this after I bought it and watched it. And I was like, hey, look at what I got for you because mom's cool. And yeah, she loved it. So that was really, really nice. I think that's all I have. It's only 17 minutes of my time. So we have, oh, I do have one more thing. It's sitting right here. Did you guys ever watch Mythbusters? My kids watched it a little bit. I don't watch a lot of TV. So my 11-year-old's teacher contacted me and said her daughter, who's also a Georgia Tech grad, or not grad, but she's there now, was working on a present for her boyfriend and hit a stumbling block and wanted to know if I could help. I'm laughing because I know people like really struggle to ask for help. And I really, I'm not one of those people who automatically knows how to help. And so I actually really appreciate it when people say, can you help me do this? It makes me feel useful and helpful and it helps them and it's a win-win. My sister is really good at knowing what people want. That's not my skill. Anyway, so this isn't a pattern written by, oh shoot, what's his name? Adam something from Mythbusters. And it's for a doctor style bag. And this is a kit. And so it had the metal frame at the top so you can actually open it up. It looks really cool. This is literally all the directions that came with it. So I saw this. I went to pick it up last week just to help her with one step because her machine is having a really hard time getting through the fabric. I saw this and she's a new sewist and I applaud jumping in with both feet. I am not one of those people who's sew straight lines for 6 months until you get the hang of it. No. You gotta do what makes your heart happy. And this girl did it, man. But I'm reading these directions and it's let me see. There's one part that it just blows my mind. So the main and side panels together to form a tube. So that's the 4 outsides of the bag. Place the bottom of the bag and sew all the way around. How are you sewing those corners? Do the same with the lining fabric. There's no pictures or anything. This is just construction steps 1 through 7 for the super in-depth bag. Apparently there are a ton of YouTube videos, and it is a super cool bag. And she actually used sailcloth. So if anybody has any tips on how to sew with sailcloth, from sailboats sailcloth, it looks awesome. I have never sewn with such a fabric. And she said that her mom's sewing machine just couldn't get through it, and they were using heavy-duty needles and everything else. But I looked at this and I was like, please don't judge PDF patterns by this. It is really cool. It is a super cool design. It would be super duper cool with directions that are a little bit more, helpful. Because that's not how you sew the bottom of a bag in. Corners don't quite work that well. That's like putting aluminum foil in the bottom of your pan before you make brownies. You got to get it in the corners. Anyway, I digress. So that's what I'm trying to help out with today. Wish me luck. Other than that, this is actually from Etsy. I've never met this person. Cozy Blue, with a Z. Cozy with the Z. Is that how you spell cozy? It is how you spell cozy. Whew. It's a do-it-yourself embroidery kit. Yeah, I totally bought myself something for Christmas. But it says, show up, be true, be kind, keep going. And then it has all these really fancy embroidered flowers. So on a typical January, February, March day, 2 weekends out of the month, you can find me sitting in a gymnastics arena watching gymnastics. um, I sit there for like 4 hours. That's how long a good gymnast. It's almost like a swim meet, right? And so I saw this. It's a kit that comes with everything I need. And my plan is to take it with me because it's either this or I'm staring at my phone, making small talk. So now I'm hoping to kind of make small talk and do this at the same time because I really like that saying. So it's Cozy Blue on Etsy. Maybe you know somebody. I thought it was really cute. She has a lot of really cute designs. Anyway, I'm giving her a shout out. I've never met this person. And actually, I guess I'm kind of assuming it's a woman. Sorry. And that's all I have. All right, so wish me luck. I really hope that, maybe a few of the kids can go see Jumanji with their dad or me. And we have so much still planned for you. Poor Laura was out of town. I've been kind of mentally checked out for at least a week now, dealing with sick kids and whatnot. Don't forget to enter our $75 Amazon giveaway. Come on, tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and I won't sing to you. All right, that's all I got for you. I'm still hoping to work on my quilt next week. If you watched last week's, I found a quilt top amongst all the rubble. And so I have my 505 spray. I have a new package of quilting safety pins. Don't do these on a hardwood floor. I think I already said that. Yeah, and so I'm really hoping to get that done before it's summer. Although it was 70 degrees here yesterday, and I'm sweating in this thin French terry hoodie. Not a happy camper. Anyway. All right. As always, hopefully you and yours are staying healthy this holiday season. Hopefully we will get healthy soon. Keep a lookout on the blog for more free tutorials. I'm pretty sure we still have a couple planned for you. I'm supposed to be working on one. Sorry. And yeah, as always, thank you for being part of the 5 out of 4 community, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks.